Hello and good day. It is Monday, April the 7th. Minxie is here to help, as always. It has been a week since Sean and I have had our little Branson adventure. I will link that down below for you, in case you want to go check that out, if you haven't already. I was talking to one of our friends, the one that stayed in the... Stop it! The one that stayed in the same hotel that we did. And she was saying it was a good thing that we left Sunday, because I guess there was a big storm, and like some of the trees in the parking lot fell on some of the cars. And she woke up and they had no hot water and the elevators didn't work. So I was like, yeah, we dodged a bullet there. But anyway, in case you weren't watching, you haven't seen the video yet, Sean went, basically this was a trip planned around Sean going to watch Oppenheimer at the IMAX down there at Branson, and I was not interested in that. Especially when I found out it was 3 hours. I'm like, no. So I just kind of wandered around. They have like a little entertainment pavilion there with some shops, and across the street, luckily for me, there was a flea market / antique store. Treasure something, I can't think of the name of it right now. But I was able to get a big honkin' thing that Minxie loves. But I had a little pickup thing that I was going to share with you, what I bought down there, my movies, and one CD that I bought down there. But yeah, it's cavernous. It's so much bigger. I thought I was almost done, and then it turned out there was another room, and then there was like another room, and I was like, oh my god. Like it had 2 entrances and like 2 checkout places for people. So if your friend is going to watch a 3-hour movie at the IMAX and you have nothing better to do, go across the street to this treasure something, I don't know. It's right, it's kind of like up the hill. There's a little street there. But anyway, it's kind of all in here wonky. I think that's the biggin. We'll get to that last. Now, since I was in Branson, and one of the first booths that I walked into actually had a couple of different, I assume, oh, here it is, Treasures Marketplace, LLC. Well, I guess none of my information is on there, but Treasures Marketplace, that's what the name of the place is. One of the first booths that I walked into, because I guess I went in the back, the further down entrance, because I didn't realize there was a closer up entrance. But anyway, they had a couple of things, very, very Branson-esque. This one is Paul Harris, American Battered and Southern Fried. It's a stand-up special, I assume, from my understanding of it. And this is Paul Harris, pH balanced, so I assume he's a local artist. That's what I assumed, anyway. Obviously, this is still in the package. I haven't listened to it. But if you'll notice, these were both 50 cents. So I couldn't pass those up. I'm like, that's a very Branson. And I wanted to break my $20 bill so that I could go back across the street and try that chicken thing, the chicken fortune thing. And I was getting ready to put in my dollar, and this little girl came over and she informed me that she had tried to get a fortune out of the chicken and it didn't work. So I thanked her very much for having me not waste my money. What shall we do next? This one's odd. This one was a little, I don't know, risque maybe. Red Rage. It sounds interesting. A little bit hot. Like this could be a Skinamax movie. Possibly. I don't know. It's Echo Bridge. But it says Red Devil, the most addictive drug ever created, but its supply is running low, leading addicts to do anything, even kill for its taste. Couple Ella and Oscar Knight have had enough. While they search the streets for Oscar's drug-addicted brother, William, they kill every drug dealer they find along the way, celebrating their cleaning of the streets with erotic interludes. That's what I'm saying. Could be Skinamax. I don't know. Meanwhile, another addict named Riley is out killing anyone who possesses Red Devil or tries to take it away from him. With tensions running high, there is chaos in the underground world of drugs. So it sounds like it could be interesting. It sounds like it could be, it could be action-packed. What kind of action? We already know. There's a few interludes of action. But from that, we will go to Dolan's Cadillac and look at it. Okay, if you've never seen a pickup video from me before, the fucking shiny, like, the shiny covers, man. The shiny covers. And we'll get to something else here in a minute. Trust me. The shiny covers, man. Like, I must have them sometimes. Only if they sound interesting. If Oppenheimer came out in like fucking like 3D shimmer glitter, I'd be like, that's okay. Sean can have it. But this has Christian Slater. Wes Bentley sounds familiar, but I can't think of who he is. He was on at least one season of American Horror Story, right? Maybe? I don't know. And Emmanuel... I don't know how to say her last name, but I know who she is. Emmanuel Vahir. Actually, I think she was in Lost Girl. If she's the one I'm thinking of. She might not be. I don't know. Get behind the wheel, a twisted tale of murder and revenge. Robinson, Wes Bentley, a once peaceful, law-abiding schoolteacher, has turned into an obsessed vengeance machine, intent on killing the man who murdered his wife, Emmanuel ruthless Las Vegas mob boss James Dolan, Christian Slater. But to do so, Robinson must infiltrate the dangerous underworld and devise a diabolical plan that will bury Dolan once and for all. You know what? I don't even know if I read the back of this, because none of that sounds familiar at all. But I was like, it sounds like and it's shiny. And it's shiny. Speaking of shiny, what is a 1-2 punch for me? For those who've seen a pickup video from me before, what's a 1-2 punch for me? Uh-oh. Okay, I didn't rip anything. Just a huge fat. Nope. If I had, it would have stayed in. That's the rules. All the fucks and farts stay in. But no, 1-2 punch for me. Shiny and a slipcover. A shiny slipcover. I guess this isn't even open, so I guess that's why I justified paying like $6 for it. But and I don't know if you can tell, it's like look at her eyes. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's like I don't know what you call it, indented. Like it has like kind of a 3D effect, like the, it's I don't know, stamped, whatever you call it. But Curse of the Dragon Slayer. I mean, obviously you can tell it's a fantasy movie, and it has a shiny slipcover, so I had to have it. Bloodshed, a vicious orc fugitive, has been unleashed from the underworld to set free the god of the undead. When Keltus discovers the orc's plan, he begins his quest to hunt down the dangerous villain, but his perilous journey comes to a halt when a dragon protecting all things evil emerges from the orc's lair. In order to protect his land and all things living, Cletus... Come on, Cletus! Come on! Must battle the beast before Bloodshed casts an unbreakable curse upon him. So, I'm guessing that must be Bloodshed. I don't know. But so it could be interesting. I don't know if there's, any names in it that you would recognize, but maybe, who knows. Did I mess up his hair? I might have messed up his hair when I took off the tape, but that's okay. But this is shiny, and it's a slipcover, and it's a fantasy movie, so, those can usually be okay. They can be entertaining. at the very least. And now for something completely different. Did that sound enough like Monty Python? Hopefully. Rhubarb, the millionaire cat. I couldn't not own this film. It's $1.25, and it's old. It's an old movie. Like that is deceptive when you look at the front of it. What is it from? Let's see if I can. 1951. It's from 1951. A charming and fast-paced screwball comedy starring screen legend Ray Milland and enchanting beauty Jan Sterling. Trouble follows when an eccentric millionaire bequeaths his fortune and his baseball team, not his basketball team, just his baseball team, to his pet cat. Now the team's publicist, Milland, must convince the players that rhubarb is the key to their success, at the same time evading gangsters and avoiding the wrath of his lovely and allergic fiancée. Rhubarb is a hilarious comedy classic in the style of Bringing Up Baby and His Girl Friday. Those movies I've heard of. I'm sorry that I'm not a nice person, but it's fine. No, I don't know if it's classic. Has anyone heard of this? Has anyone heard of Rhubarb the Millionaire Cat? Bringing Up Baby, yes, and His Girl Friday. I couldn't tell you what they were about or who was in them, but at least the name hits the somewhere in the back of my mind. But yeah, I couldn't not own Rhubarb the Millionaire Cat. Just because. Now we're down to the last of it. But it is something quite... I couldn't not pass this up. That doesn't make any sense, but that's fine. I should have turned that one around. But it is classic television. Let me take this off. So that way, let me flip this around. I don't know why that one was not flipped around. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Technical difficulties. It's stuck. Maybe that's why. Well, maybe that's why it wasn't turned around. Classic television. It's all these different things. What does it say? Classic television. Some of these shows I've never even heard of. Your favorites from the 1950s. This series, it features The Jack Benny Show, Texaco Star Theater, I Married Joan, Riverboat, The Danny Thomas Show, Name That Tune, The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show, Studio One, This Is Your Life, Topper, Letter to Loretta, and many more of your favorite television shows from the 1950s. Over the years, America's love affair with television has matured from initial infatuation to become an accepted part of everyday life. Today, 99% of U.S. homes have a television. It is everywhere. This is your opportunity to revisit many of the great series of the past. And I don't know if you noticed, does it say on there? Oh, it's on there very tiny. But you see it says like Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. They do admit that they even tried to get the shows on the night that they actually aired. So that was kind of a cool neat little thing. It says each video contains complete unedited shows from this golden age of television, some with the original commercials intact. That was another selling point. We have made an effort to put each show on the corresponding night it originally appeared on television, Sunday through Saturday, but because of space limitations, that is not always possible. I don't know if they tell you which ones are on the wrong nights, but, uh-oh, what was that? But there's the list of the different shows, I guess, that they put on different nights. So 7 VHS video boxed set, running time approximately 9 3/4 hours, black and white VHS. And there's some of the shows. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't think I've really heard of many or any of these shows, to be honest. But of course, like some of the names, like George Burns. Of course, you know who George Burns is, for fuck's sake. Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. That was on there, apparently. Letter to Loretta, Riverboat. Sunday night was Riverboat, Letter to Loretta. Monday night is Studio One, The Danny Thomas Show. Tuesday night is Texaco Star Theater, Name That Tune. Of course I've heard Name That Tune. Wednesday night, This Is Your Life. I've heard of that one. Mama. I've heard of that one, but it's a different Mama. Guillermo de Toro. That's another name that I can't say. 21. Thursday night, The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show, Topper, You Bet Your Life. I think I've heard of that one. That one sounds familiar. Friday night, The Jack Benny Show, I Married Joan, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Saturday night, Bold Journey, Suspense, and The Deputy. So, this looked like a neat little set, and I don't think it cost very much. Well, that's not going to help me, is it? That's the, no, I need the light. I need the light. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I don't know what I did with the other one, but oh well. Like I said, I bought some of it with my card, and the others with cash, so that I could get dollars out to play games, and then didn't play games. But yeah, I think it was like $6 or something, or $8 or something. It was like under 10, I remember, for, you know, all of this, and it was just one of a neat set that I could not pass up. So, classic television. It'd be interesting if they did this for like the 60s and the 70s and all that kind of stuff, you know. I wonder if they did, because that would be interesting to have like the whole, you know, the whole different sets or whatever, if they did that. But this is the prize, not rhubarb. Close second though. But anyway, those are my pickups and what I got from the Branson Flemmerkut. And oh wait, here we go. What's this? 2 DVD, $8. It was $8. Boom. I knew it was somewhere along in there. So yeah, it wasn't that bad of a price for that whole thing. And it's like, might as well. I'm here. Why not? But anyway, so those are my pickups from Branson. Now that I've shared them with you, and I forgot to tell people on the fan page that I was going to do this, but oh well. It'll take a minute to upload anyway. So I have noodles in the microwave that I need to eat before I pass out. And maybe tomorrow I might do a taste test video. I got another one of those Boba teas. I can't remember the flavor, but something. I'm gurgling, so. But I might do that one tomorrow. Maybe. I guess we'll see. But anyway, have a good one, and I will see you for tomorrow.